Alright, so wow, I just did a whole like 5-minute intro and it wasn't even recording. Anyway, let's try again here. So, Stealth Shark and I have decided to start on another project. There's quite a bit of free time actually open up in my schedule for other things, so I figured I'd get back into doing these videos. This is Wolfsjoint here, back from a 9-month absence in which, I slaved away at a cubicle and just got kind of tired of it. So, anyway, here's our affectionately termed crab shack. It's all your standard affairs, a bed, some plants, and then a 3x3 mine shaft going all the way down to bedrock. We started doing a little bit of hammer mining, as you can see, just to kind of get some materials, and we started down a couple of mods, and, well, I started on bees. And while I have a better understanding of bees now than I did, it occurred to me that I probably should have a base set up first. So that's what we're going to be working on here. As you can see, Stealth has already started his. We're just going to do, I did a walkthrough, but we'll give him a chance to finish up a little bit more. But just from this side, it looks with a decent, Greek architecture, which I appreciate quite a bit. The pillars are doing a lot of decent work, so it will be exciting to see how all this turns out. Now, unfortunately, if you can, I'll pull up the mini-map here right quick. So this is where we ended up. It's not particularly fantastic. We've got a large desert and then a castle village over here, which was kind of new. Ooh, I have to remember where those meteors are. And we just kind of wandered down this way, and there's some stuff over here. I know that Shark has explored a bit more than I have, so we'll, kind of take a look at things and see how things go. But for now, we're going to be in this area. Alright, well, I am just putting together the last set of tools I need to go put together my sandstone sculpture, much the same way that Stealth is. So let me finish building an excavator and getting things going, and I'll be back when I have something to show y'all. Okay, so this sort of has a okay corral type feel to it, I guess, and I ran out of building materials, but you get the idea. It's a nice little place. I got a little bit of decor. This gives me enough space to build up and down. I mean, you could do most things going up and down as opposed to lengthways. That way I can use open blocks elevators to get around things. So I think the first thing we're going to do is set up a little bit of a foundation here. If it's even large enough to do that. Yeah, it'll be fine. And some down here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And also straight back. Alright, so let's go up with our structural pieces here. Try and build this in the same way that you would build a house, actually. I found that it works a little bit better as far as getting it to not necessarily look realistic, but look nice. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Okay. There's a couple more here. We won't have to deal with logs. This is one of the most expensive parts of buildings. let's don't miss one. Alright, let's go take a look. Okay. Well, I got an idea here. Just pile some dirt up so I can get to the top of this. Actually, that don't look half bad. And we'll just build everything up to that height, throw in some walls as ceiling. So I guess this is just sort of a starter. Not bad, not bad. Oh, so the other thing that's we're playing the Infinity mod pack. Totally missed that. Sorry about it. I've been trying to record for a couple days. So we're playing the Infinity mod pack, and it has the chisel mod in it. So if you pull that up, it brings up this little GUI, and for a lot of things you can pick all sorts of different textures. So the large dirt bricks on top of dirt are mixed in here with dirt bricks, just to give it a little play. I'm gonna go in here and replace this cobblestone and gravel, and also this dirt with more cobblestone once I get some. So yeah, I think this is gonna work out well. If nothing else, I should be able to fit a sorting system in here. The big question is, do I want to do AE2 or do I want to do Buildcraft? I've done AE2 a couple times, and while the automation's nice, I don't know, it's been 8 months, maybe things have changed. We'll probably just do AE2, it's the simplest way to do it. As far as for the auto furnaces and trying to automate that, Buildcraft will be a lot more helpful thanks to the low cost of the pipes. Trying to put together autocrafters in AE2 takes a lot of resources, whereas Buildcraft, you know, you can use Daisuli pipes, paint the particular items you need to go where, use iron pipes and a wrench. Like it's just easier to set up and less resource intensive. So I think that's the plan from here. I'm gonna keep working on this, and okay, so we're back and we're making progress. It's been maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or half an hour of me kind of messing around looking at things. This little design aesthetic, when you guys are placing stairs, try placing stairs underneath them. It makes them look less conspicuous. Come downstairs, here's our second level. This is where we're going to expand and make things larger. For now, we really just need a place to set up shop and store some of the machines and whatnot, but this is enough space for now. Got the same sort of 3x3 stairwell coming down. It'll probably continue to go down. I'm not sure how far, and I'll probably shoot a tower up. I've got a second floor here started and had just started putting on the roof, actually. So maybe I'll explain a little bit of the design process as I go. I watched a lot of... I was always the person who built the very large dirt shacks, like just squares. I was really bad at building. I tried to just start building these things in Minecraft the same way you would build them in the real world, and everything that, you know, would go into the design process. So I usually start by laying a frame of some kind, which in this case were the wood supports. Now, if you build more than you need, they end up taking less space than you think. You really just want to be able to see them from the outside, but any blocks that you've put in that would otherwise be necessary that you can't see from the outside, and they're just taking up space in the house, just remove. So if you notice here, okay, this, and I've hidden a lot of this, but this was one of the main support girders coming into the center of the house, right? So that... fall down my own staircase. So that is the square, not here, not there, but on the other side of it. And I had them running over here to intersect with this as well, and I was taking a look at it from the inside. I'm like, you won't be able to tell from the outside either way, so why hold on to it? And that's a good question. You know, the most interesting thing, I think, is just trying to do these while taking up this little space and trying to make them fit into the environment the best they can. So no, the cobblestone up here does not look fantastic, but it could be worse. And if I can, if I can recommend something, use the chisel mod. It does just make things look a lot better. Let's get a shot of this at night. So I changed the OK corral until the OK here torches, and you can see from the front, actually this is sort of bothering me. I made a bit of cobblestone left. I may grab some cobblestone, we'll see. I'll show you how I go about doing all this. Having a hammer is definitely helpful. Alright, so we don't need much. Let's go ahead and chisel that into the stuff. It's the detailed cobblestone bricks. I've got my trusty pickaxe. So let's actually, I just need an axe. Let's go outside here. So you see what's bothering me is that, you know, you can't really see the thing behind the fence. So the fence kind of... Actually, that's gonna bother me as well. This is where things just start getting nitpicky, but this is how you do it. So one, this down here bothers me. Zombie. This you can see from the outside, and it doesn't match what it should. This should actually just be a piece of oak. I'll make sure to change it on the other side since I'm here. So there we go, that looks a little bit better. Then the next part I was going to do is replace those. Now the blocks you see behind there aren't part of the wall of the structure, that's actually the floor of the second story. So let's take a step back and look at this now. And of course it didn't place one. There we go. See, you just kind of keep messing around with it till you find something that looks right. That's not terrible, all considering. It's not fantastic, but it looks better than the dirt shack. So I'm gonna kill these things, then we'll reset today, and I'm gonna finish up the roof, and I think we'll be good to go. So that'll probably be the end of the episode as we finish up this roof, and yeah, I'll be back with you guys once that's finished. Alright, well, I think this is a good stopping point for this evening. So, we've actually done quite a lot. We built an entire fully functional house. It has some work that still needs, but I can start moving stuff in here soon. There's still some issues, like I wish this wasn't as flat, but that kind of gives it a little bit of depth. Overall, it actually looks okay. So, got a little, these are all chisel blocks. There's chiseled dirt and then chiseled cobblestones and fences, and our ever favorite, I have to put the sides on these, the block fence torch. When I start expanding a little bit and building out, maybe I'll try and snag some villagers and put in a village around here. That's always a lot of fun. But it gives me a good place, so a little drawbridge going across, and if absolutely necessary I did pick up some quicksand, so I can put that down too, just to screw a shark a little bit. But yeah, so got a little double fence door thing here. First level, this is just chiseled glass. It's a clear glass pane. I don't know if I like it, but it's gonna fit. I kind of mixed it with this to go behind the stairwell. It looks okay. This is also, it looks better from the outside than from the inside, which is sort of all that matters. Second floor is just completely shut off right now. It has a little space for there's enough space here to set up an enchanting room pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, put 3 here, 3 there. There's a way to do it. It can search within a 2x3 block or 2x5 block radius, I think. That'll be enough. We could have a full enchanting table here. If we do end up going to A2, I mean, that's a lot of the problem, is you can't really hide the wiring, so we'll have to do facades and then, like, bring it up through here. But if we were, we'd bring up the A2 wiring through this spot, bring it up through there. And we should be able to, like, the 8 channels here should be fine to power terminals and what have you, but in case not, we can always run up a second line down here. The A2 system's probably going to be pretty deep underground because it is space intensive. I plan on doing more with this, but I thought it was a decent start. I'm going to go through and replace the walls and what have you. But yeah, well, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the long absence. Glad to be back. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, well, sue me. Catch y'all later.